It is the biggest question in Formula One right now. Could Max Verstappen, the four-time world champion, really leave Red Bull and join their biggest rivals, Mercedes? It sounds crazy, but it is a real possibility. After a terrible start to the 2026 season for Red Bull, and with Mercedes looking stronger than ever, the idea of Verstappen in a silver car is no longer just a wild rumor. This is a story about a frustrated champion, a secret contract clause, and a huge decision that could change Formula One forever. To understand why this is even being talked about, we need to look at what is happening at Red Bull. The team that dominated the sport for years is now in a deep crisis. Their 2026 car, the RB22, is a disaster. Verstappen has called it undrivable and has been seen fighting with it on the track. The car is also 10 kilograms overweight, which is a huge problem in a sport where every gram counts. This extra weight is making the car slow, and it is a problem that the team created for itself. On top of that, the car is not reliable. In the Chinese Grand Prix, Verstappen had to retire from the race because of a problem with his engine's cooling system. This was a huge blow for a team that used to be known for its bulletproof reliability. Verstappen has been very clear about his frustration. We have heard him on the team radio complaining about the car, and in interviews he has been brutally honest. He has even said that he does not think he will win a single race this year. For a driver who is used to winning, this is a nightmare. This is where the story gets really interesting. Verstappen has a long-term contract with Red Bull that runs until the end of 2028. But inside that contract, there are secret get-out clauses. These are special conditions that would allow him to leave the team early. For the 2026 season, the clause says that he can leave if he is not in the top 2 of the Drivers' Championship by the summer break. For 2027, the clause is even simpler. He can leave if he is not leading the championship. Given how badly Red Bull is performing right now, it looks very likely that Verstappen will be able to use this clause to leave the team if he wants to. So, if he can leave, where would he go? The most obvious answer is Mercedes. They are the team that is dominating the sport right now. They have a fast car and a very powerful engine. We have all heard about their clever compression ratio trick, which is giving them a big advantage. While Red Bull is struggling, Mercedes is winning races. In China, their young driver, Kimi Antonelli, won his first ever Grand Prix. For a driver like Verstappen, who wants to win more than anything, the idea of driving a Mercedes must be very tempting. And it is not just a one-way street, Mercedes wants him too. The team boss Toto Wolff has been a big fan of Verstappen for a long time. He tried to sign him before he even joined Red Bull, and he tried again in 2025 when Lewis Hamilton announced he was leaving for Ferrari. We know that there were talks between Verstappen and Mercedes last year. George Russell, one of the current Mercedes drivers, confirmed it. Verstappen himself has also talked about it. He said that the talks were friendly and open, but that it was not just about having the fastest car. He said that future roles and things outside of Formula One were also important to him. He also said that Red Bull feels like a second family to him and that it would be very difficult to leave. This is the big question. Will Verstappen stay loyal to the team that gave him his start in Formula One, the team that he has won 4 world championships with? Or will he make the tough decision to leave and join their biggest rivals? There are good reasons for him to stay. He has built an empire at Red Bull. He is the king of the team, and everything is built around him. He has said that his dream is to retire as a Red Bull driver. But there are also good reasons for him to leave. He is a winner, and he will not be happy fighting in the midfield. The current situation at Red Bull is a mess, and it is not clear if they can fix it. There is also the problem of the Mercedes driver lineup. They already have 2 drivers, George Russell and Kimi Antonelli, who both have contracts for next year. If Mercedes wants to sign Verstappen, they would have to move one of their current drivers. This would be a very difficult decision, especially after Antonelli's win in China. It is a complicated puzzle, and there are a lot of pieces that need to fall into place. The next few months will be crucial. Verstappen's performance on the track will decide if he can use his get-out clause. If he continues to struggle, if he is not in the top 2 of the championship by the summer, then the door will be open for him to leave. The ball will then be in his court. He will have to make a huge decision, a decision that will not only affect his own career, but also the future of two of the biggest teams in Formula One. It is a story that has everything: a frustrated champion, a secret contract, and a huge rivalry. The whole Formula One world is watching, and we are all waiting to see what happens next. The arguments against a move are just as compelling. Loyalty is a powerful force in sport, and Verstappen has a deep connection with Red Bull. They are the team that took a chance on him as a teenager, the team that nurtured his talent and gave him the tools to become a four-time world champion. He has repeatedly said that Red Bull feels like a second family, and that is not something that can be easily replaced. To walk away from that, to join the team that has been their fiercest rival for so many years, would be a huge emotional wrench. It would be seen by many as a betrayal, a move that would burn a lot of bridges. Tom Cornell, a Dutch racing driver and a longtime observer of Verstappen's career, has said that a move to Mercedes is impossible. He believes that Verstappen is too loyal, that he has built too much at Red Bull to simply walk away. There is also the question of what Mercedes could offer him that Red Bull cannot. Yes, they have a fast car right now, but in Formula One, fortunes can change very quickly. The new regulations for 2026 have shaken up the order, and there is no guarantee that Mercedes will continue to dominate. Red Bull has a history of bouncing back from difficult periods, and they have the resources and the talent to do so again. Verstappen himself has said that it is not just about having the fastest car. He has talked about future roles and things outside of Formula One. This suggests that he is thinking about his long-term future, about what he wants to do after his driving career is over. It is possible that Red Bull has a plan for him that goes beyond just driving, a plan that would see him become an ambassador for the brand or even a team owner himself. These are the kinds of things that could persuade him to stay, even if the team is going through a difficult period. And then there is the human element. A move to Mercedes would mean a new team, a new environment, and a new teammate. He would have to build new relationships to earn the trust and respect of a new group of people. At Red Bull, he is the undisputed #1 driver. Everything is built around him, and his teammate is there to support him. At Mercedes, he would be joining a team that already has two talented drivers, George Russell and Kimi Antonelli. He would have to fight for his place to prove that he is still the best. It would be a huge challenge, and it is a challenge that he may not want to take on at this stage of his career. This is a story with many layers, a story that is about more than just a driver and a contract. It is a story about loyalty, ambition, and the ruthless nature of Formula One. It is a story that is being played out in the full glare of the public spotlight, with every word and every action being analyzed and dissected. Does he want to stay and fight to rebuild the Red Bull empire? To prove that he can win with them even when the odds are stacked against them? Or does he want to take on a new challenge, to join a new team and prove that he can win anywhere in any car? It is a choice between loyalty and ambition, between the comfort of the familiar and the thrill of the unknown. It is a choice that only he can make. The one thing we know for sure is that whatever he decides, it will be a decision that will send shockwaves through the world of Formula One.